Hello everyone and welcome to Saturday. So I edited yesterday's vlog. I actually got it out. I wanted to try and edit it and get it out before I even started filming today's. My first thoughts with filming a vlog for the first time yesterday on this camera was, oh my god, 1.4 is extremely shallow on a full frame camera. And it is. So this is 1.4. You're probably used to something more akin to like maybe something close to this might be the equivalent on full frame of what we were shooting at. So this probably looks a little more reasonable. But one of the cool things actually is I've never had the ability to just change the aperture on the lens itself. So I can just stop it down using the lens, which is neat. Although, for what it's worth, you know, being able to shoot at 1.4 is also really cool. It is neat. Anyway, so we've got some things that we're doing today. I'm gonna start by petting my buddy. Hi, buddy. We have to mail out the rest of those paintings that Mal did. Mal got everything together yesterday. We did half of them, but we couldn't do the other half before the post office closed. So now we have the other half that we have to take, but we're out of
packing peanuts.
Packing peanuts?
I found some in my closet. Like the stuff that has to go out today, I
Yeah.
did half of them, and then I ran out. So then that was the stuff I found in my closet. I was like, I think I have some more, and I looked and I did, and then it wasn't enough.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm just glad I had some, so it wasn't like...
Yeah. So, post office closes at 12, right?
Yes.
So it's it's 10:30. We are going to go to Office Depot to buy packing peanuts, take the packages with us, put the packing peanuts into the boxes, and then take them over to the post office. It sounds a little zany. That's because it is. Unfortunately, they're out of packing peanuts, but there is bubble wrap, so I guess that's what you'll be.
Figure out what I'm getting.
Yeah. Well, Mal's in the back seat putting things together, which, you know, is not what I thought we'd be doing today, but it's fine. It's fine. You almost have it?
We didn't find packing peanuts.
Yeah, we wanted to get packing peanuts, but we actually checked both Office Max and Walmart, and they did not have it. So bubble wrap will work for you though, right?
Yeah, it's doing fine.
Okay. Well, we did it. It's done.
Yeah.
All of the paintings are on their way to the new owners.
2 will go out next week.
2 will go next. Okay.
And then there's another that'll be a little bit later, but yeah.
But for the most part, if you ordered something and are expecting it, it's on its way to you. Also, since we were out, we used the opportunity to get something out, and that's exciting. And
Which is something we really haven't done.
have not done a whole lot of,
Yeah.
no. So this is you can
Get it out?
yeah. Right now it's a bag.
We got a bag.
Got more than a bag. We got this is Barbecue House. Always love Barbecue House. Great lunch specials. We have not been in a year, and it's really exciting, man. It's just really exciting because we love this food.
Yeah.
We got it a lot, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a lot of times where we'd have lunch
They
there.
got good lunch specials.
Yeah, I just said that.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Barbecue House.
You don't have to think it. You can eat it. Hey, buddy.
Oh, cute.
Who cute?
You have a big glass in my face. Big glass.
Who's a sweet boy? So one of the things
It's Saturday.
I've already started the vlog.
I know.
So one of the things I've been doing today is just reading the comments from the vlog from yesterday, since it was the first one. And almost universally, people were like, man, that was shallow. And I agree. Completely agree. One thing to keep in mind is that you know, when I'm shooting stuff and I'm working off of the LCD screen. The LCD screen is pretty small, so being able to completely understand exactly how it looks is not something I really know until I get it onto the computer and can look at it on a bigger screen. That being said, today's vlog, and you probably can tell at least a little bit, is being shot at 2.8. So yesterday I shot at 1.4, today shooting at 2.8, which means the background is a little more in focus.
The back of your head isn't blurry.
Yes, the back of my head isn't blurry. So which aperture is the correct aperture? I'm still working on that. And again, like I said yesterday, it's probably going to take a few weeks to get everything dialed in exactly. But yeah, I've never had a lens that did 1.4 at a full frame equivalent. Like, it's really, really bright. It's really bright. It's extremely shallow, and I had to shoot a vlog with it and then get it in post and be like, oh, good lord! It really is like Mal said, like the back of my head wouldn't be in focus. It's like
that's what you mean by shallow. The focus was very shallow.
Yeah, and
when you close the aperture down, that focus area in front of the camera gets bigger, so it was shallow.
Sometimes I forget that not everyone knows camera stuff. So
well, once you go beyond like film SLR cameras from the 80s, you lose me. Like this full frame equivalent thing, like that stuff is not something I learned.
Okay, well, at least you know everything else.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. But when I talk about depth of field, what I'm referring to is the plane that is in focus. So you have direct control of that, and when you put more things into focus, you lose light, and if you lose light, you have to increase ISO. If you increase ISO, you introduce noise. So there's like a constant fight going on. The good news is this camera, better than like literally any other camera, especially like in this price range, does low light very, very well. So it'll still be usable, but
exposure is a triangle. And
it is a
you have
triangle.
to balance between each one of the points where you have ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. So you have to be like, okay, well, if I want to have more things in focus in front of the camera, that's a smaller aperture opening, but it's a higher number. So it kind of pulls it in that area, so you have to compensate the other sides of the triangle.
I bet you anything that you didn't expect you'd be learning about cameras today, and I bet you didn't expect that you'd be getting camera talk from Mallory. That is not a typical thing, but it happens. But you also you took photography.
I taught photography.
You took photography. You taught photography, and you have a deep knowledge of this, which is good because then
Mine's
I can
all film based though, like.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
Not this
crossover.
crazy stuff.
Actually, it's in some regards, it's a little. There's parts of video and parts of photography that are harder than the counterpart. To an extent, video is almost a little bit easier when it comes to thinking about the triangle because the shutter speed is just set. You do not adjust the shutter speed. The shutter speed is double your frame rate, and then that's it. So the only thing I really have to worry about is the aperture, also called the iris, also called f-stop. So if I use any of those words, those are all the same thing. And then your ISO, which is your digital gain, the thing that controls
how sensitive the sensor is.
That. Your fake light.
Yes.
I heard someone call it fake light once, and I'm like, that's
not wrong.
That's not wrong. It's a good way of explaining it to people who otherwise may not be super in tune. So sorry for just dropping all of that on you, because I know that there's some folks that are like, I just want to see the dinner and the cats. Completely fair. But we're working on getting all of this set. So what you will experience over the next probably few days is, I'll shoot something at a particular aperture, I'll edit it, and I'll get a feel for how it looks, and then I'll probably adjust it. So that's why yesterday was 1.4, and today is 2.8. And as a reminder, right now you're looking at 2.8. This is 1.4. So 1.4, 2.8. So the exposure stays the same because the ISO compensates, but you'll notice that the background gets a little more in focus. So again, 2.8, 1.4. It's a pretty big difference, actually. It's subtle when you're watching the change, but then after you compare the two, you're like, okay, that's actually a pretty big difference. Anyway, again, a work in progress. We'll continue to play with things and figure it out. It's a beautiful day.
It's Saturday.
What?
It's Saturday.
I've started the vlog. It's a beautiful day, and we decided to use this opportunity to go for a walk. I think it's 73.
Yeah.
And
it's a little muggy.
A little, but it's also
too muggy, but not bad.
But it's also a little breezy.
Yeah.
And the breeziness, that's good stuff. We were actually walking for a little bit, and we could hear very faintly
The ice cream truck.
the ice cream truck. And Mal pulled it up, and she's like, "Yeah,
They have an app.
they're not here. They're
No, they're
nearby.
in the other neighborhood.
They'll never come to this neighborhood.
There's no children here.
Old people like ice cream?
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't.
Do you even have cash on you?
No.
Oh.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they do Apple Pay.
Yeah, well, I mean, so one of the things that was really interesting to me on some of our more recent road trips is when we were driving, we'd stop at rest areas, and some rest areas now, the drink machines and the snack machines, they take contactless payment. They take, tapping the card, but then also, Apple Pay, Android Pay, whatever, Google Pay, not sure of all the pays. But, it just makes so much sense because, we continue to move somewhat away from a cash world. And it was the first time I'd ever seen that. And I was like, oh, this is brilliant. But I don't know if the ice cream man does that.
I don't know.
And I'll never know.
Because they'll never come in here.
Because they're never, ever going to be here. Get a load of all these geese.
Don't anger them.
Yeah, they could take us.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, there are absolutely enough of them. I don't think I've seen that many geese in one place
In a while.
in my life.
Really? I've seen more.
There's a lot, man. And they're just chilling. I'm not going to piss them off. Y'all do you. Y'all are nice. So Mal wanted to walk where the new construction was, because they've been doing construction behind our house, on the other side of the golf course.
All 2020.
I don't know if you can see. It's the best way to show this, but our house is over yonder. So over there is the house, then the golf course. Now they're doing a bunch of construction back here to I don't know, put houses in. So I was like, I just want to see where it goes. So now we're just walking this road, and we don't know where it goes, and we don't know how long it is, and that's fine.
Wish I would have brought water.
Well, that's the thing. We've actually been walking a bit. And it's not like we can get back to the house easily because we'd have to jump the ditch. Now I think we've reached the end.
I think so.
This is it. This is the end of civilization. I'm not sure what you're still walking. There's no. Hey, what? There's nothing to peek at. There's a cute little creek. Looks a little gross.
Stagnant.
This is a golf cart path. The golf cart path, goes through here now. And otherwise, there's rocks and what looks to be the beginnings of a sumo ring.
I think it's just a cul-de-sac.
Or a cul-de-sac, yeah. Man, when I was a kid, this sort of stuff, me and my friends would love to get on our bikes and just ride through it, which I'm sure now as an adult, the people that, do all this stuff probably really, really hated.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want
that too.
They didn't want anybody to get hurt, but they weren't around, so we were doing it. Oh my God, we have walked.
And it's a long way back, and I'm hot.
Listen,
It's so hot.
listen. You made this decision.
It's my fault.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll. I'm sure we'll be home in no time. Yeah, they don't normally make it this far.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That would have been worse. You gonna do the honors of throwing it?
I'm gonna do it from there this time.
Okay. Give it a shot.
across.
You did your best.
Yeah.
We did a heck of a walk today. I mean, like a real true blue walk. Cause we how long was it, Mal?
Hour 10. We went almost 2.5 or 3.5 miles.
It's a pretty good walk. I'm a little tired. Hey, Stinker, we're home, and you're in our way. So normally when I brew myself some tea, I only ever use the bag or the loose tea or whatever once. Like I only ever brew it, just one time. But like, you can keep using the bag. The tea gets weaker. But sometimes you want another cup of tea and you really don't want to use another tea bag. So this is actually a good way of doing it. Should do this more often. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog for today. I'm actually still on the call upstairs with some folks, but we're just about done, just about wrapping up. Recorded something. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It'll be out whenever it's out. We actually have so much Steven and Friends content right now. It's a little ridiculous, but it's nice to be ahead. I would much rather be in this position where we have plenty of stuff recorded as opposed to the alternative where we're like, oh crap, we have to make something quick. Much better to be in this position, so it'll be out when it's out. As far as what I shot today, I think it was a bit of an improvement. And like I said earlier, even I, in editing the yesterday stuff, I was like, oh god, it's cool to let in that much light with 1.4, and certainly there can be applications for that. If you need to shoot in a really dark environment, if you need to shoot at night, that can be extremely helpful. But in most situations, it needs to be a little bit more in focus. So I've liked 2.8 actually. I've liked that a lot. I might continue to change that and alter it a little bit tomorrow. And I'm still going to continue to play with things. So don't fret if things seem a little not right. It's because I'm still experimenting. Speaking of experiment, yesterday's vlog and today's vlog were pretty big experiments because it jumped back into a world from before at 24 frames a second. I haven't recorded vlogs at 24 frames a second in a long time. I did it when we first got the A6400, but it didn't look quite right. And I've since, went back to 30, and the vlogs are primarily shot at 30 these days. But yesterday's vlog and then today's vlog was both shot at 24 frames a second. It works when there's not a lot of camera movement. So like right now, this works fine. When the camera moves around, it can get a little jarring. But in the in the spirit of experimentation with all this fun new stuff, I wanted to try it again. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to try something completely different. It's not that we've never done it before, but it's been a long time, and I think we've only ever done it once. But you know what? We have the technology to do it. I'm gonna do it, and we'll see what it looks like together. Another big change, but just enjoy it. Sit back, enjoy it as we continue to experiment and play around with the vlog. It could be fun. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?
Mm-hmm.